perhaps that coal mining company should have listened to Sheriff Wade when he warned them to leave the Farrell clan alone, and that it wasn't a good idea to try to kick them off that land. I guess he was trying to say others tried and failed, and clearly Wade knows what he's talking about because something happened 25 years prior to this episode, and it really messed him and his family up. But it appears like no one's listening to him, and they just look at him as all messed up. But clearly this dude knows what he's talking about. I'm Sage Valentine, for those of you that don't know, and this is my review of WGN's Outsiders, Episode 1, entitled Farrell Wine. Now, I really like this series so far, and if I had to choose who my favorite character was, it would be a toss-up between Asa and Hassel, because they both have seen the world, and they represent the future of the Farrell clan, in my opinion. And I feel like Big Foster wants to keep everything the way it used to be, and I believe if Asa is able to become the Brenna, that he will change things, and Big Foster is not hearing that at all. On top of the fact that in regards to this episode, I feel like Big Foster knew that something was coming and somebody was returning, which is why he wanted to hurry up and become the Brenna. The thing was, there was a prophecy that his mother had foretold, whereas she said that the true Brenna is somebody who left and came back, but she could not crown anybody Brenna because a demon had come. And I'm assuming she's referring to the coal mining company that was trying to take that land and kick them off the mountain. Now, Big Foster was angry because of this, and to make a long story short, he basically put his mom in a coma and usurped the power as Brenna, despite the fact that he obviously had to be voted in by current Brenna, but he felt like, you know what, screw it, I'm going to take this, I'm tired of waiting. And in doing that, he is the reason why his little 9-year-old son got killed. Now, he blames Asa's presence because Asa, quote-unquote, brought back evil, returning to the clan. But then he also blames Hassel because Hassel was doing whatever it was that he was doing that made him steal the Farrell wine and get that money, and which is also the reason why he lost his fingers. Let's talk a little bit about Hassel. I really like Hassel as a character, and I see potential in a relationship between him and Sally Ann. Unfortunately, because it's so early in the series, I feel like something tragic is about to happen, and I'm going to be kind of sad when it does, even though it's going to make the storyline even more interesting. But still, like, they seem so cute, and Hassel's so respectful of her, and there is a kind of matriarchy in the Farrell clan, whereas obviously they have a woman who is the Brenna, and then little Foster has a girlfriend who's basically speaking her mind, and I mean, I'm feeling the girl power in it. But my thing is that I'm wondering how the clan will react to Hassel spending time with this girl. On top of the fact that, considering that she is African American, I have to think about what they think about her because she is African American. I know I had to go there, obviously. Let's talk about Hassel and Butch. Now, Hassel innocently sold that Farrell wine to Butch, okay? Hassel had no idea that Butch was going to sell it to some kid, and the kid was going to turn around and go and kill his father, and lo and behold, that kid's father was one of the coal mining executives that Wade tried to warn. Now I'm wondering what in the heck happened and what mystical powers that Farrell wine has, because clearly it had something to make this kid go and kill his father, obviously. And I'm also wondering, what is Wade's connection to the Farrell clan, because he got the last of that Farrell wine, and instead of putting it into evidence, he kind of chucked it or hid it, and then he basically lied to his superior and told him, oh yeah, I didn't get a chance to, you know, speak to anybody or speak to the kids, so I'm assuming he was on drugs or something, and that's what made him kill his father. But clearly there's something mystical going on with that Farrell wine. Now back to Wade, and this is me speaking like I did not see the other two episodes because I'm only focusing on this episode. As far as Wade is concerned, I feel like he has some type of connection to the Farrell clan that goes beyond the tragedy that happened 25 years prior. I get the feeling that he could be family, but I could be wrong. I'm just gonna have to wait and see. And the last thing that I wanted to talk a little bit about was how Hassel basically can't understand why the people at the bottom of the mountain are so nasty towards him. Asa obviously knows because he dealt with them, but Hassel has like this wide-eyed innocence to him, and I think it is so sweet, which is why I do like that character. But I do know, and at the end of this episode, we realize that Asa can't run anymore, that he hitchhikes and he leaves the clan, and he builds this little fire and burns all traces of his previous life. And that's when he sees the wolves. So clearly somebody's calling him back home, the ancestors or something like that. And I cannot wait to do the review of episode 2 to really get into the next chapter, because I did enjoy the next episode. But let me know what you thought about The Outsiders if you've watched it. If not, check it out on Tuesdays on WGN at 9 p.m. Eastern. Check your local listings. Also, I will include that link for Crackle. I'll include the link for The Outsiders. And I think that's about it. So you guys take care. I'm Sage Valentine signing off. Bye, guys. Bye.